Taylor Swift texted me every day for 7 straight days. Okay, fine. Her social media team, Taylor Nation, wanted to let me know that another special variant of her new album, The Life of a Showgirl, was available for purchase. But here's the catch. It was only available for a limited time. The deluxe So Glamorous cabaret version could be mine if I acted fast. And just when I thought I was safe, another notification pinged. The Life of a Showgirl Deluxe dressing room rehearsal version was up for grabs, but only for the next 24 hours. Mind you, I had already purchased one of the 6 limited-run vinyl pressings, the Tiny Bubbles and Champagne Edition, in the color red lipstick and lace, but she still tried to tempt me to double up, using classic bait like bonus tracks and even songwriting drafts recorded on Swift's phone. It's a relentless marketing strategy, and critics have described Swift's sales tactics as manipulative and shameless. I'll admit, I rolled my eyes at the barrage of notifications at least once. But hey, Swift's efforts paid off. Showgirl shattered Adele's decade-old record for the biggest album sales week in history, a feat previously thought impossible. Is it fair to call her sales strategy shameless? Yes, but not in the negative way that term usually carries. Much like an elite athlete who has been training their entire life for a moment of glory, Swift wants the spotlight and she doesn't care who knows it. During a recent appearance on Travis Kelce's podcast, New Heights, her football star fiancé made this analogy explicit. There are similarities between her athleticism on stage and the preparation it takes to put on a show. The preparation it takes to get there, he said, the goals that you set for yourself to achieve. Swift agreed, noting on paper, we actually have a very similar job. Our job is to entertain people for 3+ hours in NFL stadiums. For me, it's called a rehearsal. For him, it's called a practice. Showgirl is Swift's 15th chart-topping album on the Billboard 200, making her the artist with the most #1 albums in history. Within its first week of release, it sold over 4 million equivalent album units, with over 3.5 million being pure sales. In other words, even if Showgirl hadn't been available to stream online, Swift had the all-time record on lock. This isn't the first time Swift has employed album variants to boost sales. Nor is it the first time she has faced criticism for doing so. She faced similar complaints during last year's rollout for the Tortured Poets Department, which sold over 2.6 million copies in its first week. Even back in 2014, Swift was chastised for incentivizing fans to buy multiple 1989 star CDs by packaging each version as a collectible. But here's the kicker. Swift isn't breaking any rules or manipulating the system. Billboard's algorithm weighs sales more heavily than streams, but only counts a maximum of 4 physical copies and 1 digital download per buyer. She has reached a rare zenith in her career where her strategy, combined with her musical talent and hard-earned popularity, is yielding unparalleled returns. Notably, Swift has doubled down on her marketing strategy despite consistent backlash. For someone like Swift, who is so attuned to feedback and constantly monitoring her reputation, there is only one explanation. She wants to rack up big numbers and smash records, more than she wants to be perceived as nonchalant or magnanimous. After all, she's already a billionaire. It's less about making money and more about her hunger to win. In the sports world, someone is always going to be the fastest, the strongest, or the most skilled in their position, someone who has worked countless unobserved hours to achieve that level, all for the love of the game. In today's music world, if we're judging by records, trophies, and medals, Swift is by far the most valuable player. If you love Swift, you're probably thrilled to root for the winning team. If you find her music annoying or her vibe distasteful, then her continued chart dominance may come off as an embarrassment of riches. You might find yourself wondering, how can she possibly want more? But if you slip into an athlete's tenacious mindset, a better question might be, why wouldn't she? As fans of a sport, why do we buy our favorite player's jersey or cheer loudly from the nosebleed seats? It's less about being seen or heard by the players themselves than about participating in something greater. The more you engage in the community built around a team, the more you feel like their wins are yours too. After 2 decades of building her own community, Swift's fans are just like that. Many enjoy playing a role in Swift's success, however small, whether it's by buying her albums, her merch, or streaming her songs. They often recoil at the suggestion that she's exploiting their buying power, viewing this critique as condescending and infantilizing. It's shocking how people can't fathom Taylor Swift fans buying her music with their own money. One recent ex-post read, garnering over 12,000 likes. There's got to be an evil reason. Others have pointed out the gendered double standard in this critique, or in the assumption that a parasocial relationship is fueling their purchases. Taylor Swift doesn't know you. Okay, neither do the men on your favorite sports teams, one fan wrote. Yet you're crying and punching TVs when they lose. Another added, I love that men are allowed to spend thousands of dollars on season tickets, but I'm being exploited by capitalism when I buy a few Taylor Swift CDs and a sweatshirt once a year. Even from a sports lens, some of the anti-Swift bitterness makes sense. Fans will always get annoyed when one team in the league scores an unstoppable winning streak. As a lifelong Mets fan, I grew up with the understanding that the New York Yankees, who have 27 World Series rings, are the MLB equivalent of the Star Wars evil empire. If her steady flow of vinyl, CDs, and digital flash sales isn't evidence enough, Swift's new music makes it clear that her role as an artist is inextricably linked with her role as an entertainer. The album's title track tells the semi-fictional story of its narrator, presumably an avatar for teenage Swift, who meets her idol, a showgirl named Kitty, who made her money being pretty and witty. It's a tale about feeling inspired to perform and create, but also about the cutthroat reality of turning that dream into a career. Kitty is proof that stardom is not all about sequins, lipstick, and lace. The path to fame is rocky and unreliable, and the terrain doesn't get any smoother at the summit. They gave her the keys to this city, Swift sings. In the end, Swift's character comes out on top, but not without provoking envy and making enemies. All the headshots on the wall of the dance hall are of the bitches who wish I'd hurry up and die, she teases in the bridge. But I'm immortal now, baby dolls. I couldn't if I tried. Perhaps making art should not be motivated by applause or competition. But Swift makes the argument that selling art has to be, especially if you want to see your name in lights. And baby, that's show business for you. In a world where the lines between music and sports are increasingly blurred, Taylor Swift's journey serves as a reminder that winning isn't just about the trophies, it's about the heart, the hustle, and the unyielding determination to claim your place in the limelight. Whether you love her or loathe her, one thing is clear. Swift is playing the game on her own terms, and she's in it to win it.